Chapter 7: The Mystery of JC Valley.
Oh, hey. We met at the campsite, didn't we?
You remember me. Hello again. I'm Sophia Callahan.
Sophia Callahan. Totally not suspicious. So it's gonna be revealed
I'll take you to
that
Dr. Robbins.
she's been working with
He's down in the lab in sub-basement 2.
The
Ryan.
lab's underground?
So I think it's prudent
Indeed
to
it is.
talk a little bit
Go ahead onto the elevator.
about Ryan. In terms of Sophia, she's kind of just like an antagonistic force. She's kind of like a character designed to just be the bad guy, which is kind of unfortunate, but like, yeah.
So,
You can tell it's
Yes.
already awkward for the two.
did the trouble with the security system get sorted out?
The trouble that you caused get sorted out?
Yes. Dr. Robbins fixed it. He is quite brilliant.
White. He always acts
She
so
doesn't
weird
seem-
around me.
I can
People
tell.
here have so much respect for
I
him.
can tell why Elizabeth had thought of her as bad news. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yep. Yeah. So I think it's prudent to talk about how
Sorry, Ashley.
Ryan's
I'd rather avoid
backstory
being so brutish.
has been.
But there's someone who'd
has
like to
affected
meet
this.
you.
We're gonna get into it actually, but just the fact that she's that. It's kind of upset. Kind of
Dr.
an
Robbins,
unfortunate thing
it's an
that she's
emergency.
just here to be the bad guy
Security on
instead
the
of
underground
like,
storage has been deactivated.
while Ryan gets the
What?
full lion's share
Sophia's
of
ideas in the logs.
backstory, which
So it was
yeah,
her all
his story is
along?
really tragic
What
and
could she be
Sophia's
after?
isn't, but like
Gina,
there's
call
not
Rex.
much we get out of Sophia.
I'll check with Ian to make sure
There's not much
everything's
we get
okay.
out of Gina either, TBH, but what, like, yeah. But, yeah. It's kind of unfortunate that this game kind of focuses heavily on the characters. Except for Sayoko, who's dead. We're a little bit too close to her.
Was I asleep? She knocked me out.
Oh, yeah, yeah. She
Oh.
chloroformed her butt.
Oh.
God,
Why
how
did
you...
she do that?
We're gonna find out. She's kind of just evil.
And
That's
where
it.
am I? Is this the lab?
Oh, this is where
Oh.
Ryan is. This is where Ryan's memories are stored. So wait, how did he get it out? So how did he, like, create a hologram of himself? Oh, must have been the security cameras. I knew I should have deleted the information from the... but god damn it. Oh, and just like that... oh yeah, Judd was being a
I've
giant
been
ass
here.
about this. Ugh, I'm so sick of him. I'm glad I decided to get... I'm glad I decided to leave.
Mom looked worried. She was talking with a man in a lab coat.
Yeah.
What do
that's-
they do here?
Oh god, yeah, that's a tragedy in and of itself.
Dad?
Oh shit, I'm just realizing I'm the part of her that she
Huh?
lost.
What's that?
Oh dear lord. Oh, you can tell. You can tell.
There's
That's
something on
the
the monitor
that's the exact same diagram that was in that we
regarding
saw
the stored liquid memory.
saw when we discovered the
What
balloons.
the heck is liquid memory?
Regarding the stored liquid memory. Liquid memory is a liquefied form of storage that allows complex information to be backed up in a minuscule volume. Liquid memory excels at changing shape, has a high resistance to impact and vibration, and does not degrade over time. Therefore, the information can be stored indefinitely. However, information written to liquid memory is fixed and is therefore difficult to transfer to another form of storage. Addendum. Water from Lake Juliet is used for its peculiar composition, which is required for the creation of liquid memory. As such, the creation of a large volume of liquid memory is currently believed to be impossible, as it would result in the lake drying up completely.
It's kind of dense, but if I'm reading this correctly, this liquid memory is made from the water in Lake Juliet.
Yeah, the
So
liquid
if I have
memory
this right,
can't be transferred into like
the
a USB
pollution
storage
in
or
Lake
like
Juliet
something,
is
or an
actually
SD card or
liquid
something.
memory?
I'd imagine because it's a, yeah. Hello everyone, welcome back to another code recollection. This is it. We're at the final area of the game. Last time, we solved a lot of the issues revolving around Lake Juliet, and most importantly, we helped Matthew rediscover his memories, which, as painful as they were, he needed both the closure and the closure of losing his sister and his mother, and also he needed to see his dad again and find out where he was. So we discovered that for him and gave him support like a good older sister would. We got taken down to this mysterious lab, and we discovered something about liquid memory. Wonder what that is. Interesting. We're gonna be discovering a little bit more about what this liquid memory is, but for the meantime, we do have some bios to read. We updated a lot. So yeah, it's gonna be a while, so. One by one, Matthew remembered all sorts of things in the clock tower. About how he always used to play with Kelly in the lake or in the tower. About how they would meet their dad at Crusoe Resort. And when he heard the bell, he remembered where Crusoe Resort was. We found Emily's letter there, and Matthew remembered everything that happened 5 years ago. It was sad and painful, but now Matthew should be able to move on. He even got to say a goodbye to Kelly, and we found out where his father is. I hope he gets to live happily ever after with his dad. I'm glad I picked up his watch and returned it to him. Just be careful not to lose it again, Matthew. Kelly Crusoe. We learned the sad truth about what happened to Kelly. She fell from the clock tower and died, right in front of Matthew. He's sick with guilt. Kelly's ghost appeared to us. He told her that he had failed her as a brother, but she forgave him. Maybe she was relieved to see that he started to recover. I don't know. But she had a big smile on her face. Their mother showed up too, and she and Kelly left together. It's good that Matthew remembered what happened. I hope that Emily and Kelly are watching over him. Those two, actually, we'll read Emily's first. Emily Crusoe. Matthew found a letter his mom wrote his dad in a locker in the deserted Crusoe Resort. It was the key to unlocking all of Matthew's memories. She wrote about what happened to Kelly and that she didn't have long left. She was overwhelmed by worry for Matthew, who had been through such trauma. And Michael, who was completely focused on his work, Emily cared so much about her family. You don't need to worry about Matthew anymore, Emily. He'll be able to come to terms with what happened to Kelly, and he'll be reunited with his dad soon. I just know that they'll always take care of each other, just as you wrote back then. Please, watch over them. Yeah, I think these bios, sorry. I think these bios, show that Ashley does indeed, can still see ghosts, just like in the first game. So she hasn't grown out of that. Perhaps she'll grow into, like, the boat captain who could see D as well. Who knows? Maybe she'll keep that innocent side of her. Innocent? That... Whatever side that is, hopefully she keeps it. Because it's very helpful, and it's a sign of her kindness. Michael Crusoe. There was a poster in the ruined old office of Crusoe Resort. It showed what Lake Juliet would have looked like if the resort was completed. It was absolutely beautiful. I could see why Michael was looking forward to it, working toward it. But everyone blamed him for the pollution, and that must have hurt a lot. But you don't need to worry anymore, Michael. With your documents and the info from Ian, Greg will show everyone what the pollution really was. You just get better and take care of Matthew. And maybe go visit Charlotte again when you're ready. Yeah. Yeah. Charlotte and Michael didn't always agree, but they cared about each other. Greg Davis. There was an article about the water pollution in the closed-off offices of Crusoe Resort. The author's name was Greg Davis, and he turns out to be our John Smith in sunglasses. He used to live in Lake Juliet, and was an old friend of Matthew's dad, Michael. Even though he actually knew Matthew, he hid his true identity out of concern for Matthew, who lost his memory after a tragic accident. It was a lie, but a lie out of kindness. Greg's article had the opposite of his intended effect, driving Crusoe Resort to the brink of bankruptcy. Michael had been framed and was clearly suffering, so Greg was searching for the truth to clear his name. We found the proof we needed in Michael's locker, and Greg was thrilled, saying this would prove Michael's innocence. And that was when we found out where Michael was. And now Matthew can finally see his dad. I love a happy ending. I don't know why Greg can just, like, look through Crusoe Resort offices himself, but, like, I guess Matthew needed to see it too, so it didn't really matter who got up there first. I don't know. There's probably something in the explanations that I was talking over during my uncut commentary that they explained it, but yeah. A researcher at JC Valley. She's one of Dad's co-workers. She's pretty shady, according to Elizabeth. She's engaged to Elizabeth's dad, but doesn't seem like she really loves him. Why would she agree to marry someone she doesn't love? I think I can understand how Elizabeth feels. Welcoming someone you don't trust into your family must be hard. She didn't seem like a bad person when I met her at the campsite, but that's all changed now. Only a truly bad person can draw someone in with a smile only to immediately attack them. She's the worst kind of person, but why would she attack me? What's she after? Rex Alfred, the director of JC Valley and Elizabeth's father. Elizabeth and I had a long talk by the lake shore. It's not just that she's spoiled. She can't stand the fact that her father wants to marry Sophia. It must be tough for her. She's clearly hurting from her mom just walking out on the family, and here comes somebody else into the picture. The real problem, though, is that Elizabeth thinks Sophia doesn't even love her father. So, should they even get married? I don't get what's going on here, but if that's true, then of course Elizabeth doesn't want them to get married. Sure, she's giving her father a hard time, but she's worried about him. It makes sense. Open her eyes, Rex. The solution to her general bad behavior is to just buy her things. That's not what she needs from you, Rex. Listen to her. I hope you figured that out soon. It's hard. Like, I needed someone willing to listen to me. But sometimes you don't even know what to say. So, I don't know. Being supportive is difficult, and trying to find the right words to convey how much you're hurting, but also trying to understand someone else's pain is it's difficult. Princess, a large dog with fluffy white fur. She's a dear friend I made at the lake. When Matthew ran out of the clock tower, I ran after him and wound up bumping into Princess and Elizabeth. I guess she had come here to see Elizabeth after all. I'm glad you two were finally able to reunite, Princess. I really owe this pooch my thanks. If it wasn't for her, I don't think my relationship with Elizabeth would have improved as much as it has. We started out pretty hostile, but now we can talk openly. It's thanks to Princess I was able to make another good friend. Aww, she considers Elizabeth her friend now. That's cute. Elizabeth Alfred, the keyboardist and vocalist for Tommy's band. She's also the daughter of Rex, the director of JC Valley. When I chased Matthew to the clock tower, I ran into Elizabeth by the lakeshore. We talked a little. She dished about her dad's new fiance and told me why she hid the music player. She totally knew I swiped it. Sorry that I touched her stuff. You told me not to, and yet here we are. As best as I can understand, Elizabeth keeps comparing herself to her mom, and she looks up to her mom way too much to feel like she can sing half as well. But her voice is her own, and I heard her sing. I was blown away by its beauty and power. She just needs to find some confidence and keep on singing. Of course, I don't think she wants to hear that from me. If I told her that directly, I can only imagine what would happen. I'm glad we were finally able to really talk. I had almost given up hope. I feel like we understand each other a bit now. We might even get along. Aw, well, that's a little something. In all honesty, though, I do really appreciate that Elizabeth opened up to Ashley first, because Tommy and Janet, for as cool as they are, they're dense as fuck, and also they don't understand what Elizabeth's going through, and Ashley does. Charlotte Graham, the old lady whose family has lived in Lake Juliet for generations. She knows a lot about the area. We were able to solve the clock tower's puzzle and ring the bell. It was so loud, Charlotte must have heard it. But Matthew disappeared again, so I had to chase after him. Charlotte was in her garden when I got to her house. I was worried about her having heard the bell. She told me it was wonderful to hear it again. When I asked her about Matthew, she said that I could get to the Crusoe Resort offices by going through the big pipe under the bridge. I owe Charlotte for so much. I need to make sure I stop by her place later to thank her properly. So, yeah, it's interesting. Like, the Graham family and the Crusoe family have been connected for so long, to the point that Charlotte allows Matthew to sneak into his dad's offices through her property. I think that's really cute, and I love how the generations are connected even further by the fact that Matthew was hiding out in Charlotte's daughter's house, which wasn't that far away. I know, by that time, Matthew had possibly had forgotten Charlotte at that point. So, yeah. It must have been painful for Charlotte to realize that, but I'm glad the pain is going away. And that's another thing I like about this game, is that Ashley is very willing to understand other people's pain, because she's gone through the same thing. I like to call it like everyone sharing their pain with each other. I like to call it sharing pain, so Ashley has become good at that. Richard Robbins. Dad didn't come home after going to the lab to help with the system problems, so I guess he's still here. I don't know what kind of research he's doing, but he must have a lot of responsibilities. Oh, and Ryan said there's something Dad wants to talk to me about. What could that be? I've got stuff to ask him about as well, so that works out. I kind of want to go find Dad, but I'm worried that Sophia might be here and try to lock me up again. Ashley Mizuki Robbins, aka me. We got into the clock tower and used the 3 keys to get the clock moving again. I left Matthew to go listen to the bell on the top floor, but he disappeared while I was up there. He had remembered something when he heard the bell. I chased after him and we ended up at the ruins of the Crusoe Resort, where something weird happened. Matthew read a letter from his mom and suddenly remembered everything. Just when it seemed like he was going to break down from remembering Kelly's death, she appeared in front of him. She fell from the tower 5 years ago, but I guess she never left his side. I'm glad you got to learn the truth. And also say a proper goodbye, Matthew. I think you'll be alright now. My turn. I'm pretty sure the reason Mom came to Lake Juliet was to visit JC Valley. What I don't know is why. Michael's report said that JC Valley is the one responsible for the pollution. There's something going on here. And I don't think even Dad knows what it is. And lastly, Sayoko. Sayoko Robbins. When I approached the entrance to JC Valley, I flashed back to Mom pulling my hand as we went into the lab. And the room that Sophia locked me in also looked familiar. I'd been there before. And at the time, Mom was talking to someone. A man wearing a lab coat. I thought Mom retired from science when I was born. Why would she come all this way to visit? Could it have been to see this guy? Whatever it was, she kept it secret from Dad. Okay, so we do have a few things we can investigate here. Information on liquid memory is displayed on the console. It's the same thing as we read in the thing. Yeah. You can probably recognize the molecule that was played here. I like that minigame. It's just Spider-Man 2 came out like the previous year. So like just a few months before this game actually came out, so it was really funny. Because that game also has that same match molecules thing. Remaining liquid memory 18.4%. The percent remaining is dropping steadily. The situation requires immediate action.
Ah.
The amount of liquid memory keeps dropping? But why? This is the thing. All of this is going to be revealed at the end. So, if you're watching the uncut commentary for all this, I'm not sure how much I'm going to be speaking on that. Incongruent data detected. Error in chronological arrays. Deviations found in the following location paths. Oh, I guess this means something unusual is happening. I don't understand what any of this actually means. Maybe we'll find out soon. The door is locked.
It's not opening. Hang on. Am I locked in here?
Jeez, she just locked a 16-year-old girl in here. Hopefully she brings her food. Oh, hey, there's a security
is
camera.
responding, which means
Bretta Jojo, bring it on!
I knew it. The DAS is responding too. It's the same as the security device at Lake Juliet. I'll try using the DAS.
Security time limit. The security has a time limit to release it, so you'll need to keep an eye on the hourglass gauge. If you run out of time, you'll get to retry, but if you fail 5 times in a row, the time limit will be removed until you clear it once. So yeah, this is a new added in part of it. This one I had a lot of trouble with because of the control stick spinning. I'm never sure if I spin it enough. And I also do that, so like I'm like, oh yeah, I have to press it. Oh wait, now I have to do that. And there. So yeah, the security locks are getting harder, but they're not too difficult. But sometimes they'll be a little weird.
It opened. Am I gonna have to sneak past like guards or something?
Zoom in on the security camera just to remind us that yeah, that's how our friend that Ryan is
Guess
projecting himself. That's how he's projecting himself to Ashley. Yeah. I love underwater views. I think this game, well, these are clearly not... This was clearly not a high priority on the rendering list because a lot of them are just like smooth rocks and stuff like that, and there's no real like interesting textures. But hey, there's fish. I still think it's kind of beautiful, but I do wish they did more with it. Alright, let's run over. Sayoko's theme again. This song really does mean a lot to me. It's a beautiful tune. And...
The bottom of the lake! The water looks so different here. my mom's pendant.
Hi,
There's water
Ashley.
glowing inside it.
Yes, that's right, sweetie.
Mom, help keep me safe, all right? Lead me to Dad.
You got it, sweetie. I'll make sure you're protected. You can see this pale light.
It's,
That light looks similar to the light from Mom's pendant. Could they be related somehow? Yep. Bear in mind, one thing that's also worth noting is that Mom was researching a way to detect wavelengths in certain molecules or something like that. It was used to detect pollution for us. So now we know what's and I think we understand what's polluting the lake now. And that comment of that stream being similar to what's in Ashley's pendant, I think you can understand. I think hopefully you can connect the dots there. And if you haven't, well then listen to the Uncut commentary. 3 floors below ground level.
yeah.
Sophia said that Dad's lab is on the 2nd floor of the basement. Ashley is standing face.
Looks clear.
Dad?
Still in the lake. Where are you, Dad? So one thing I noticed when doing a test recording for this is that all the elevators like lead into the final end of the hallway that goes to the left. So like yeah, so every time you exit an elevator if you were going up, you always have to go to the right, and if you're going down, you're always going to the left. And there's a security camera there too. Okay. Can I look at this? Oh. Well, we have an information board. There's a building directory for JC Valley. There's a pamphlet that includes the info from the building directory.
How about this?
This will help me figure out where I am. I should take one with me. Got JC Valley pamphlet. Alright. So, if you remember if you've been paying attention to the cranes, which I don't blame you if you haven't, then you'll remember that all the crane locations so far have been in the cottage area and in the guest house. Now, up until this point, we didn't know where the rest of the crane messages are, but now we know they're all in JC Valley. So, yeah. I'm going to save all the crane messages that we get in JC Valley until near the end of this episode, when we have time, because they'll all be here and we can get them straight in this chapter. But yeah, enjoy the view. I ragged on the view, but I do like underwater scenes like this. It's good enough, and to the point that I actually really appreciate how it looks. I wish it was more colorful, but also I understand it's most likely the tinting of this of the office windows. But yeah, so let's get going. I don't think there's anything here of note. Just yeah.
Wow.
No, this is a nice audio setup. Looks pretty high quality. Bet it sounds great. Whoever uses this room must be pretty into music. This looks like the head office. Oh, wait. No, wait, it's Lab E. The JC Valley logo and numbers for each room are on the panel. And there's a security camera there. I always imagine a lab as having big, thick books and documents laying all around. This room is practically empty. The light doesn't turn on. Doesn't seem like anyone uses this. Yep. Oh yeah. I wish I like showed off all the notes. I'm sure that Ashley has a lot of fun stuff to say about them. But hey, this is just an office, basically. The computer is unlocked. Username is jcvalley_0013. If you remember from the first game, that's who Bill was sending the another data to. So this is just a messaging room or something. There's nothing interesting here. Alright, let's get over. We need to find Dad right now.
Someone's coming.
Yep, someone is definitely coming. I think Sophia, at this moment, is capturing Ashley's dad. And in this moment, she's tying him up and then sending him to the basement lab. And then also destroying that one security lock. Sorry, I just needed to remind myself. I did do a test recording. God, why is everyone so rough? God, Gina, please.
Oh, aren't you?
Gina.
What's going on?
Did you
What are you planning on
punch
doing
her in
with
the
me?
stomach, Ashley?
You're right. You're right. I was too rough. Sorry.
I'll say.
You're working with
Don't you be
Sophia,
rough with
aren't
my
you?
daughter.
I understand why you're suspicious. But I'm going to need you to trust me, okay?
I'll try.
What are you
Look at her,
doing
she's like,
here?
I'm not fucking with you adults.
My dad asked me to come.
Dr. Robbins called for you? First I'm hearing of this.
Well, to be fair,
Ryan
Richard
came
doesn't
and
tell
told
anyone
me.
of anything.
Ryan?
Ooh,
Ryan
yeah,
who?
that's our first hint.
What do you mean, Ryan who?
We'll see at the
the
end of
Ryan
this.
that works here?
But yeah, Ryan was...
That's really strange.
Ryan is going to...
I need to look into this.
Ryan at the start and
Either way,
at every point
this
in the
person
chapter
told you to
is
come
trying to
here?
trap Ashley into getting it to the secret
It's
lab.
dangerous. You need to stay put.
What's my dad doing?
And
He's
Ryan
working
can
with
appear
Ian,
in the
our
security
system
cams at
admin.
any moment, so he
They're
could
trying to
he
keep
could just
Sophia out of our
appear
data.
Ashley.
Tell
where
me
Ashley
what's
is,
going
but also,
on.
like, Ashley,
Some bad stuff is going down right now.
but I don't
Sophia is trying to steal data from the lab.
know. Yeah.
What?
Come here.
Sophia is trying to steal another data. She was working with Bill and Ryan.
What is this?
It's a direct call system that connects all the rooms in the lab. If it's still working, then... Ian, are you all right?
Just like you just
Wait here.
you ever just like take a call
going
and
to Ian's
immediately
office.
faint?
Stay here where it's safe.
I've never. I mean, I have, but like I wouldn't imagine it's like you just pick up the phone and then all of a sudden you get a heart attack, or you get attacked as you're getting on the phone. Things have really gone sideways here.
Huh?
Hey, that's Elizabeth's father, Ashley. There's a portrait of Rex on the wall. His name is on a plate below it. JC Valley Director, Rex Alfred.
Fancy picture. This must be Elizabeth's dad's office.
Good of you to figure that out. But, yeah, this is just where everyone hangs out. Where they have meetings. There's a bunch of meeting rooms in this office, but yeah, this is probably meetings related to, Rex, and he also has like a little kiddie table for the kids. I remember like the hospital that had like waiting areas or like areas for kids, for the kids that the people that work there. Both of my parents were nurses. Physiology, genetic engineering, neuroscience. These books are all look super advanced. Even their titles are over my head. These awards are all different shapes.
Amazing.
Some amazing things must have come out of this lab to have received so many. There's a red book with an elegant design. History of JC Valley.
A book about this lab.
The JC Valley Research Facility was founded by Judd Fitzgerald, a leading figure in the field of memory research, along with a collection of researchers from across the country. Fitzgerald, along with one of his fellow researchers, Sayoko, created an innovative theory within the realm of memory control. Putting the theory into practice, Fitzgerald then developed the another device. Although this device was never completed, it laid the foundation for the another theory, which was subsequently refined by Sayoko.
Mom was researching another here, along with Judd.
Yes, that's right, sweetie. I love researching memory. That guy was a prick, though.
Huh.
I had no idea they received an award for Lake Juliet's security system. Pretty cool. Hold on, if the security around Lake Juliet is so good, how come my stolen bag is still missing? Well, maybe it's because whoever's running the security system didn't want you to find your bag, Ashley. A tea set? Guess they have tea time during the day. I could go for some tea, but now probably isn't the best time. So what the fuck was that? That was a monitor. Even in 2007, they had like super big monitors like that. It's really cool. What a big table. All these chairs must mean it's used for meetings. Bet they talk about all sorts of complicated science stuff while watching the monitor. Alright, let's look at this portrait before we look at that thingy over there. JC Valley founder, Judd Fitzgerald. 1980 to 2002. That's when he was the head of JC Valley. That was when he was the head of JC Valley, and not when he was born. Don't be like that, comment section.
So this is the guy who started this place.
I imagine that Ashley's mom didn't want Richard to find out because she was afraid that Judd
The another is still in active development. Using it now is dangerous.
His memories too.
The experiment is what will allow us to complete its
So
development.
that's why she didn't tell her. Yes, that's right, sweetie. I didn't like how Judd just fucking
Judd,
was
the
all
founder
over
of
my
JC
ass.
Valley. That's who Mom was talking to.
I had to quit, sweetie. It was too much. He was so demanding. And I just couldn't bear to be one moment without you, sweetie. Rex achievements in business scanned. We'll get through all the stuff that we discover later. But yeah, we do have one last thing to look at. It's the computer! Wonder if I can use this computer to learn more about the lab.
No good, huh?
Oh, should have figured it would be locked. Ashley, why would you expect the computer in the main office of the guy who's running this place to be unlocked? Now this one's very important. On the development of a new form of liquid memory by Rex Alfred. Which is what we just saw.
What's this?
Developments in liquid memory. Liquid memory, developed under Judd Fitzgerald's directorship, was a huge step forward in the development of the Another project. However, the liquid's potential to do significant damage to the environment must be improved on. This was made abundantly clear 6 years ago after the liquid memory spilled into Lake Juliet. Because of these revelations, a new team was formed with Dr. Richard Robbins at the helm, and development began on a new version of liquid memory. The goal of the new project was to make liquid memory a safer and more efficient medium for the storage of memory, thereby improving research in the field.
This tank accident. It must be the source of the pollution Greg's been looking for.
Ah!
Gina!
Could that be Gina calling? So, before that, that liquid memory is what's causing the pollution. So, they're trying to make a new form of liquid memory. I think that's, for one, that's interesting because they want to actually improve on it. They want to actually use liquid memory, but to what ends, I don't know. The another can copy memories, but like, are they still gonna use that? I think another thing is whose liquid memory is polluting the lake. And if it's that stuff that's floating around. Alright, let's talk to Gina.
Rex, is that you?
Do I look
Ryan.
like Rex? Ryan,
Ashley,
you
what are you
called
doing there?
knowing that Ashley was in there.
Sophia was showing me around, but she attacked me. She attacked Ian too, but Gina
Yeah,
found
there's
me.
no way in hell.
Ryan, what the heck is going on
It's
around
revealed
here?
later that Rex doesn't know Ryan
That's
exists.
terrible, Ashley, I'm sorry.
So Ryan is.
Do you
this
know
is
what's
another one
going
of
on?
those tricks Ryan is pulling.
Yes, I do. I believe
But,
Sophia intends
yeah,
to
Ashley
acquire
doesn't
the
know
another
that
source
Ryan,
code.
that Rex doesn't know what
The
Ryan
another.
is. I said what?
Dad isn't trying to rebuild it, is he?
Sophia may be working with someone else.
Ryan's tricking Ashley.
Please be
in
careful.
ways.
I'll look into what she's been doing.
Richard is not developing the another.
You and I should meet up later.
Come to think of it,
Gina's taking too long. I hope nothing happened. Maybe I should take a peek outside, just to see. Okay, let's just move past Rex Alfred's picture, and let's move to Beto. Jason Valley, Beto. Alright, how long have you been in there working on that?
Gina,
Ashley? I told you to stay put.
the gate won't open?
Nope. Scanning this should open it. But it just isn't working. I've tried everything. This must be Sophia's doing.
Let me try.
Huh?
That's right, that blonde bitch didn't expect my doing. Good. Security motion controls. Release the locks by tilting the system or controller. If tilted correctly, the icon's gauge will fill and you'll move on to the next input. Yep. So, alongside holding stuff, you have to tilt stuff and hold the tilts. Yep. Imagine playing this in handheld mode. That's how I did it. Oh, did I? Oh yeah, because the game, because I don't know how much this is being tilted. Because I don't want to want it to run over to the next input, bleed over to the next input. So, do. Let's do the hands now.
All right, got it.
What is that? What did you just use?
I just.
This is the RAS. It can open all sorts of gates, doors, whatever.
And there's another function of
but
it, but
what
I'll
is
tell
it?
you about that later,
It's
sweetie.
this thing my mom invented.
That's right.
Your mom made a piece of tech like that, and you have it?
Yeah, that's all. And I gave that to my
In
daughter.
Any case, good job. Now
Maybe
can
I
get
wasn't
to
the
Ian.
best of judgment, but you know.
Where is he?
Lab
I
103.
want my daughter to have
I
everything.
don't want to stand around waiting. I want to come with you.
Who wouldn't want to spoil their daughter?
Ashley,
Even before they know
I
what
have
they're
the
being
RAS.
spoiled on.
It's bound to come in handy again.
right. Okay, let's go.
It is interesting that that Sayoko did leave everything to her daughter.
This one's closed too.
Can you open it?
You know, Ashley, I'm not
Leave it to
just
me.
Sayoko's memories of you. I'm Sayoko's memory of another.
The RAS isn't responding.
I built this shit.
Hmm.
I built that shit, bro.
The light on this device is off. Maybe that's why the RAS isn't responding. Let's see.
Oh, well, the door is secured access.
Oh,
The cover is about to fall off. Oh, this is And these are the insides, huh? Looks very simplified down. But you get the gist. Anyway,
Gina.
look. Think this is broken?
Oh,
That socket is missing its IC chip. It won't work in this state. Who would go to this much trouble? But if I replace the chip, it should work, right? It should, yes. It's possible Dr. Robbins has a suitable replacement chip.
all right.
We should check his lab to see if we can find one. Room 202. Alright. We need to find the chip first. We should head to Dad's lab. Alright. Well, where's his lab?
All right.
Here's Dad's lab. Let's go inside.
So this is my dad's lab.
Wow.
That's right.
I could have guessed from the mess.
I imagine this is why Dad
Your
hasn't
dad's
invited
very passionate
invited her.
about his work. Often to the
Imagine
point he'd
having
spend
to
the night
take your
here.
daughter to work day and your lab's a mess. Anyway, this must be for coffee.
Ah.
Dad's coat pocket, maybe? Could it be there? Nothing here. It's kind of dusty. Probably hasn't been touched in a while. I should look around more. God, he really just lays all this stuff around. And there's no like any other chairs here, so it's just like, what the hell is Ashley gonna do while if she's ever in the lab?
What?
I see no rhyme or reason to how these books were placed. What do they do when they want a specific book? Look through every single one? I imagine like if you know the book enough, you just like look at the spine and the overall cover, and then you just like think that through. But yeah. There's more books here. I think these are all David Shield novels. I mean, that's what I'd guess. Anyway. Lots of junk, but no IC. Can't find it. I have no idea where the IC chip should be.
No use.
It might not be here. Not here. We could check Sophia's lab. It's risky though.
Hey.
Where's Sophia's lab? Lab 203. Okay, just look right at me, Gina. Yeah, Ashley's just staring back. This is really awkward. Anyway, let's scan this thing. Did I scan the previous one? I'm pretty sure I did. I'll do a quick check. Omen of Another's Resurrection scanned. Yeah, okay. We'll take a look at the boxes. These boxes looks heavy. They're full of parts I've never seen before. Yeah, lots of typos in this. Junk everywhere, and yet the garbage can is empty. Okay. No IC chip here either.
Dad.
There's some pictures of us here too. Where the heck did this photo come from? I wonder where. Surely it's not Jessica in the background being so coy.
What?
Dad can play guitar too? Maybe I should ask him to jam with me. Dad's coworkers are in this photo that I'm blocking with my text box. Looks like he's friends with pretty much everyone. Even Sophia, who's betraying him at this very moment. Yeah, that's all of them. They're wearing more casual clothes than they wore in the fucking camp out. That's insane. So yeah. Another thing to notice is that the top left picture has Richard in in what I assume is a blonde wig. I think that's a soft reference to the original where Richard was blonde. But I don't know. Maybe he did live in Lake Juliet and tried to be a rock star before a scientist, and that didn't blow over, all based on all the trash that's being thrown at him. But hey, also yeah, now he's a scientist. Yeah, it's still so beautiful. Imagine living or working in this lab. Does the fear of this place, like succumbing to underwater pressure, or overwrite the fear of the love of being able to work underwater, or is it the other way around?
No use.
This is Sophia's lab, but the door is locked.
Wait, wait!
The thing is power. We might be able to open the door. Bye-bye. You know, for someone who is trying to hack into the security system, she doesn't have a great security system of her own.
Yes!
We got it open. Good work, Ashley. Now we can take a look inside. Around inside.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right.
Okay, follow me. Gotta snoop around.
That's a relief.
All clear. No one's around. Alright, so this is Sophia's lab. Think we'll actually find the IC chip for the other door in here?
All right.
I'll just have to look. Let's split up. I'll take the desk area. If you remember, this was one of the rooms that didn't have a crane in it. So, if you recall, all the areas with cranes in them had were places that Richard frequented. I don't think he went to this place that often. He also didn't go to that one lab that often. But yeah.
Ah.
Is this Sophia's notepad? Maybe she wrote her plans down. No luck, not finding any hints. I'd imagine she wouldn't just leave her secret evil plans lying around, especially in the most obvious place. Inside the Vasp, maybe? I'm probably overthinking it now.
You're going to search the computer?
Yeah. Might be able to dig up some dirt on Sophia.
Just figure out what
Do
the
you
hell
know her
she
password?
is.
Probably.
Does Sophia just have like a very obvious password or something?
Got it.
Or is
Whoa,
Gina like a
already?
master hacker?
You're amazing!
I do my best. 1 point for the good guys, right?
I suppose.
Right.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
Gina,
This
you're
is-
just like me. Secretly
found
really
something?
good at hacking.
She was emailing someone. I can't see who. But there are 2 emails here. Sophia may have had help.
What did they say?
Dr. Robbins invited his daughter out, so I had a boy steal her bag from me. Unfortunately, she wasn't carrying any information on the another with her. I'm not giving up, though. Based on what I've been told by my local informant, it's possible Ashley knows something about the another device. I'm going to make direct contact with her to confirm.
What is this?
It's clear
It's
that
information about the another. She's getting
her
help from
local
somewhere.
informant. I wonder who that is.
Sophia was after me right from the start. She had Matthew steal my bag in exchange for info on his dad.
And she didn't give that info.
Sophia, you...
But is it? But
I'm not
it
letting
is-
her get away with this.
She would have information on
Gina?
him, cause
I've had enough
she's
of her
working. She
doing
works at
whatever she
JC Valley.
pleases.
Yeah, that fucking stuck-up bitch.
Let's stop her.
Yeah, fuck her.
First, we need to find whoever's helping her. Let's see what's in the other email.
Compared to the first iteration of another device developed at JC Valley, the one developed on Blood Edward Island boasted a superior functionality based on data from early testing. But unfortunately, the updated model was destroyed. However, some data was extracted before its destruction, and that data was loaded onto the prototype another. The data transfer introduced a new problem. The data was configured with a unique initialization code, so an external system was required to access it. It seems Dr. Robbins added an extra encryption layer during the creation of the new device. The agent assigned to Blood Edward Island reported the existence of a standalone remote access point for the destroyed another. We have been so far unable to confirm these reports. Dr. Robbins is staying quiet, but it is highly likely his daughter, Ashley, is in possession of the remote device. Ashley's personal belongings will be the next target of our ongoing inquiry.
There's another in this lab?
There's another?
This mentions an agent. I wonder if that was Bill.
Yep.
And I wonder if Dad knows Sophia was looking into another.
It's hard for me to do uncut commentary because
Dad's
a
not
lot
on
of
the
the
Another Project anymore. Is he?
A lot of the holes are being
Blood
filled
Edward
by-
Island.
as
Dr.
as-
Robbins mentioned that place.
Yep.
Maybe this agent is the person helping Sophia.
No. It can't be. He died on the island.
You were there with your dad.
I was gonna say. But yeah,
Well, if he's
yeah.
gone,
It's nice that Richard and
Sophia working with
Sayoko
now?
left everything to their daughter, including their encryption codes for the another. And by nice, I mean... okay. Well, there's more stuff here. Could the chip be in one of the pockets? Guess not. And wow! Just throw all her stuff in the trash, okay.
My bag!
what?
This is my bag. It was stolen at the bus stop.
Sophia had Matthew
Ugh,
steal her.
She dumped all my stuff in the garbage. I need to make sure it's all here.
And yeah, just dick move. Well,
Oh,
my teddy bear too. He's still in good shape, not even dirty. These trash cans aren't that dirty. Who would throw this out? Not cool, Sophia. You can tell she's just so much.
Yeah.
Is Sophia. Here's my sheet music. So glad it's in one piece. Guess Sophia just didn't care what was in it, so long as it was just not. So long as it was the DAS.
oh.
Here's my wallet. All the cash still inside and everything. Got wallet.
All right.
Here's my cell phone. You can contact the outside with it. Ah, crud, the battery's dead.
Darn it.
She's got a bejeweled A on it and a bunch of hearts. That's cute. Too bad I don't have the charger. Got cell phone.
Oh.
Our album. Ew, it's not even scratched. She was very gentle throwing all that shit in the trash. In what she'd call shit. Oh hey, there's something at the bottom of the garbage can.
Wait.
Hey, Gina, any idea what this is?
Oh,
That's the IC chip. So Sophia must have taken it out of the door.
Yes.
Now that we have it, we should be able to turn the door on. Got IC chip. Okay. You think Sophia's just evil because her office doesn't have a good view of the underwater of the lake? Still really beautiful there. I'll stop talking about it. Alright, let's fix this shit. Alright, let's put that there.
Yes!
We should be able to open the door. Sticky or smooth.
The rest lit up. So the DAS. Alright, it's responding. I think this will do it. Let's use the DAS to lift the security.
Sorry I'm not talking that much here. I'm kind of concentrating. This one was... that wasn't too difficult, but, you know.
Got it!
I've only heard stories about your mother.
Oh, what did you hear about
What
me?
I heard is that she was the real deal. A true genius.
Oh,
Can
stop
you tell me
it.
anything about her?
I know she was a founding member of JC Valley.
Mm-hmm.
She was a legend. Handpicked by Judd himself. But I never had the pleasure of meeting her.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I wish I had the pleasure of meeting you, actually. Over here, Ashley. Okay, she's just gonna run. We can see the pollution is still going up. It's a very pretty pollution. Okay, so this is a multi-east. There's... I want to believe this is like where multiple people worked, but who knows. I just love having flowers around. Just seeing them improves my mood. It must be tough for flowers to be stuck in a windowless room. I don't even think like enough sunlight appears through the water and through the window for the flowers to, you know.
Huh.
These papers are kept so neat. Whoever sits here must have had a real keen eye for detail. I love a good organization tool. Even I'm not this neat. When I first played this, I thought this was Ryan's office, but yeah, it's not to be the case.
Huh?
This is the main unit of a computer, right? Looks like it's being disassembled. Is it being repaired, or is it part of some experiment? pH levels of lake water samples and list of impurities found in samples. Are these the results of the lake investigation? I didn't know the lake was looking into that too. Was it the lab or lake? Spec on optical water quality observation devices by Dr. Richard Robbins. Are these instructions for the water quality testing feature of the DAS? Who knows? Yeah, because it's clear that Richard was also working here. But I guess this is like better for this type of research. I don't know.
What?
Why is there a fishing rod here? There are lures and everything. Whoever sits here must be one of Dad's fishing friends.
Ah.
Whoa, Lake Juliet is featured in a special edition. I had no idea the lake was famous enough to be featured in a fishing magazine. That's pretty cool. It's a CD containing the results of the water quality report. Let's see what it found. Lake water, tea, cool pop. Was he actually investigating soft drinks too? Well, there's the thing. So yeah, I believe there's multiple people who are working here, including but not limited to Richard, possibly Gina, given this area. But there was another person working here, and knowing who we know, we can probably guess who it was. 3 lab coats and 3 desks. I guess 3 people share this office space. Yeah. I mean, Richard does have his own lab, but that's for, like, specific things. Here, I think he works with, like, 2 other people, with Gina and this mysterious third person. I'm saying that because the game doesn't actually explicitly say, until a very moment that we'll get into. Hey Gina, just staring at this elevator? I mean, it's a cool elevator, but...
Wait!
Okay. Okay, we waited. Hi! Hi, Sophia! And she's got a gun! And if she misfires that
get in the
shit,
elevator.
it will fucking
Okay.
cause the entire
You're
lab
not getting away!
to be flooded.
Gina!
I'm fine. Close the door.
So you can tell who the bad guys are because they have guns. Yeah, we needed the epic
are you
action
okay?
scene music.
Yeah, just a graze. I got lucky.
Damn right you got lucky, holy shit. Where did you get that bandage?
She's coming after us.
Or wrap, more
She
like
has a
it.
gun. What do we do?
Bitch shot my daughter, I will never forgive her.
I pressed the emergency stop button. That'll stop the elevator. For now. This is the only elevator up. Let's see how she likes being stuck down there.
Yeah, the bitch.
Good thinking.
Let's go. Ian's lab is 103.
Okay, let's go.
Mm-hmm. And we're finally above sea level. And we can see the moon. Yeah. Remember, Sayoko named Ashley beautiful, gave Ashley the middle name Mizuki, which means beautiful moon. It's full moon again. Crazy how time flies. Actually crazy because there was a full moon in the first game. I think there is another train here. I think. It's nice that Rex allows Richard to put like random cranes in their office. Does he just like it that much? That's a lot of candy. Is this just like up for grabs? Remember Dad telling me that thought-intensive work always activates his sweet tooth. The sofa's design is pretty cool. Looks cozy too. Feel bad for whoever gets stuck with a single-seater by the wall. Can't see the TV from it.
Huh.
Mounted TVs are pretty nice. They don't take up floor space. Wonder if Dad watches TV or on his breaks. Wonder what he watches. You okay? Gina? You okay? I know. Yeah, that wound that wound was bad. We should find Ian and then get you some rest.
What?
Whoa, what's all this cool pop? What's this Dad's doing? They have every flavor. Not even vending machines have selections this wide. Yeah, and we can't investigate the trash cans because that would be stupid. JC Valley's eco-friendly efforts. JC Valley intern. I think that's just. What does it actually say? We conduct our research day and night in pursuit of solutions to environmental issues. Lake pollution definitely counts as an environmental issue. Yep. New feature in the DAS scan. Yep, and lab may be in a lake, but this room sure is warm. But the workers gather here to talk about science and stuff. I don't know the merits to having a lab that's underwater partially.
Huh.
But at least the scenery's nice. Guess you have to keep it warm though. Pretty nice that coffee is provided. Sugar and cream, however, is not. Guess researchers like their coffee black. Well, given how many sweets are around, I guess it makes sense. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Of course, everyone here spends their breaks reading scientific magazines. Hey, Gina. What scientific magazines do you like? Just Neurology Monthly? It's just Neurology Monthly. Gina? I'm dying, Ashley. Sorry to hear that. Let's get going. Oh, Jesus. Oh my god.
Ian! Wake up! Are you okay?
Gina. I was on a call when my door opened. It was Sophia.
Tell me more.
She knocked me out.
Oh my god.
Some chemical.
Sophia is just like fucking
And then we found you.
trying to kill everyone.
Wow. Gina, you and Dr. Robbins were right about the leak. I still can't believe it was Sophia.
So
And
yeah,
to think she'd attack Ashley.
Bill was
Did Dr. Robbins come through here?
working for Sophia. I don't
No,
know. So
I
like, so
haven't seen him.
Sophia was the
That's funny.
was the
He told
mastermind
us he
behind
was
all of
coming to
this.
see you.
But he had his own motivations
Maybe
for
he
doing
stopped
it.
by security
for
to check
going
things
through with
out.
all of that. Nice.
I hope he didn't run into
I think
Sophia.
it was a combination of Sophia, Bill, and Ryan who
Sophia's armed. She shot at us.
who had all their
Are you
separate
okay?
motivations, but all of them led to stealing the another. I'd imagine
I'm
that they
fine,
would
don't
all
worry.
betray each other
I'm more worried
At
about
some
Dr.
point.
Robbins.
at some point. Well, Ryan we'll get into later.
I'm going to look for my dad.
Yeah, we had to protect Dad. He's even
I'm
more
worried about
vulnerable
him.
to guns.
I'll head to the security office.
Oh god,
I'll go with you.
really should not have
Gina,
used this
you
monitor.
rest up here, okay?
But
Okay.
he's the only one with that phone.
Take care of
Yeah,
Ashley,
that's what-
Ian.
Yes, please.
The security office is on this floor.
And he just teleports in front of her. Okay, well look at his stuff first.
Wow.
This looks like Pinky Rabbit, but made entirely of beads.
Wow.
This is so cool. This is all handmade?
Um,
The laboratory utilizes a highly advanced security system that relies on biometric data. However, this means the system is susceptible to hacking by individuals who possess certain biometric information. I have no idea what this means. I think that's a hint to who's behind all this and how they got.
oh man.
There's so many crumbs on this keyboard. Gotta be careful when eating at the computer. Ian.
What?
Or half-eaten donut that's in a container from a salmon rice burger in here. The garbage can is overflowing with food containers and wrappers. One thing I didn't really realize is that Ian does have his own lab, but like... Isn't this also partially Gina's lab? Because this looks more like Gina's... Wait, never mind. I mean, it makes sense. It would make sense, because Gina's, you know. Report. Safety enhancements accompanying the security gates remote operation. Designing a function to link surveillance cameras and door lock controls for individual rooms. Guess they're passionate about improving security tech. Good thing, given all the research that's kept here. These must be Ian's. Something tells me the jacket is his style. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything interesting here. You okay, Gina?
Be careful.
Ashley.
Yeah?
This book looks familiar. I think I saw it in Dad's room. Maybe everyone's reading the same technical book. Are they in a study group together? So I'm not entirely sure where Gina works. It's likely that she works here. This music player has so much storage space. And a ton of songs. Oh, I'm so jealous. I should ask for one this big sometime. I mean, I wouldn't put it past her. This is decently put together. But yeah, I guess she and Ian work here. Dad works down there, but also they all go down to the 3rd floor together. Well, that and that one person. And there's a plant. Hey, Gina, do you have a name for this plant? No, I guess not. Yeah. Maybe I should. This one's Dad's. It's like this room is shared by people. Must put the light in the lake. Another is here in the lab. Here's Elizabeth's dad's office. No one's even... Ian is safe. Looks like a break room. So yeah, I think the room in 201 is shared by a bunch of workers. Well, it does say that just basically, but also. Where the hell is that crane? But yeah, I always miss this one. Dependable colleagues scanned. Alright, that's all of the things. All of the crane messages. That's it. Anyway, we'll start with the updated character because there's just one. Judd Fitzgerald. When I saw Judd's portrait, I realized he was the person I remembered arguing with Mom 13 years ago. Why was Judd so desperate to finish the another that he'd just ignore Bomb's warnings? Did he have some special reason to push so hard? We'll learn about that later. Alright. So, Rex achievements in business, found in Rex's office. As I was sorting through a box of lab documents Rex gave me, I happened across a book containing the history of JC Valley. Everything from its inception to now. As I skimmed through, I was surprised to see the policies that Rex put in place to keep the lab afloat following Judd's death. He had just taken over as director, but he really leaned into the business side of things. He trademarked an original security system that uses biometric technology, born from the research and development of another, and sold it to outside firms. What's more, by having the lab assume the production of industrial goods for things like semiconductors used in that security system, he was able to restore JC Valley's financials. He single-handedly saved the lab from having to liquidate its assets, which were at risk of being sold to the highest bidder and ultimately lost, including all that remains of the Another project. Much of the project's research has been lost, but what remains lives on in other fields of study within the lab. If the lab went bankrupt and was forced to sell off its assets, it would represent a huge risk. What if someone reverse-engineered Another? Who knows what it would be used for? You could do anything from petty crime to starting wars, but Rex's business acumen prevented all of that. As a complete business novice myself, I'm genuinely impressed by Rex's prowess in the field. I doubt there's anyone at JC Valley who even comes to his equal. Speaking with him, I started to wonder if I could market some of the technology in the DAS as an end-user product. Perhaps we could take a few key features, like the ability to take photos or to capture detailed information about objects and add them to a cell phone. Yeah, just make sure you remove the feature that keeps notification up for things that you do. Like, I shouldn't have a notification for adding a photo that I took to my photo reel. Omen of Another's Resurrection. This was found in Richard's lab. Come September, it will have been 1.5 years since I left Blood Rabbit Island. I got a call from Rex, a former co-worker at MJ Labs. He He's the director of JC Valley. And it sounds like there are those in his lab who want to revive the Another project. Back on the island, I interrupted Bill's transmission and was certain I had destroyed the Another along with its source code. But it would seem at least a portion of the code Bill transferred made it into someone's hands, and subsequently into JC Valley's data management system. Rex is looking into how the data got in. He'll try to identify anyone involved with it too. So far, he's figured out that some of its data is in the security system, which he can't access himself. He has no idea what the code is doing there. He asked me to help investigate. I immediately agreed. We cannot allow Another project to be revived, no matter the cost. I joined JC Valley so I could ensure nobody is hurt by Another, like Ashley and I were. Yeah. I think, yeah, Rex definitely knew that Richard was involved with this and that he knew to hire him because of that. A fishing pro and a fishing foe found in the office in the shared office. A fishing pro and a fishing foe. The guy in room 201 is supposed to be some sort of master fisherman. It's said his technique borders on the supernatural. Several of my fellow researchers want to learn from him, and Rex is already taking lessons, even as someone he refers to as his arch rival. This rival's name is Michael Crusoe, former president of Crusoe Resort, the company that tried to develop a resort at this lake 5 years ago. I think that's how Richard knows Matthew, because, yeah, he learned about Michael Crusoe from the person who works in the 201 office. I had never heard of this legendary fisherman Crusoe before, but it sounds like he holds multiple records for largest fish caught on various tournaments all throughout the country. Michael Crusoe was born in Lake Juliet. People around here blame his company for the pollution, but the guy in room 201 doesn't believe it. He says it's all made up. As to why he believes this, he says that Crusoe is the ultimate fisherman, and there's simply no way someone like that would do anything to harm the environment. He's waiting for Crusoe to make his triumphant return to the lake. Today, as he meticulously polished his gear, he looked up to me and said, "I hope to face Michael in a fishing tourney, one of these days." Yep. From that, we can tell that the 201 office is frequented by Greg Davis. I didn't actually think that Greg Davis worked at JC Valley, or at least was involved with JC Valley. But hey, that's okay. That's why Greg Davis was Ian's informant, and was also Ian was also his informant. Yeah. A new feature in the DAS, found in the lounge area. I developed a new feature for the DAS based on research Sayoko left behind. It analyzes water quality via photoanalysis. It seems Sayoko was researching how to read information from certain wavelengths of light. To this day, I have no idea what information she was trying to read or from what storage medium, but her research did spark some new ideas. I began wondering if I could run a photoanalysis of light reflected off a liquid in order to analyze the individual substances it contains. Using the scan feature of the DAS, I developed technology that can analyze which substances have been dissolved in water. It's as simple as taking a picture with a DAS camera. The scan feature of the DAS was originally designed to read information recorded in specific media, but this new feature may be the key to identifying the true source of the pollution that affected the lake 5 years ago. I can't help but wonder why Sayoko was trying to read information from wavelengths of light in the first place. I get the feeling this is a mystery that will go unsolved for some time yet. I think it's pretty clear at this point. If you're following along. Dependable colleagues found in Ian's lab. Among my fellow researchers, Ian and Gina are particularly dependable. Ian possesses one of the sharpest minds in the lab. However, he seems to consider sugary snacks brain food. Now, I like sweets as much as the next guy, and I agree that sugar is necessary for the sort of mental task we undertake, but I sincerely worry about the man's teeth. Gina is very earnest and capable of intense focus when it comes to her research. However, she'll turn that same intensity towards the private lives of those around her. She has told me repeatedly that I should reach out to Ashley more regularly. Yeah, Dad. They both have their quirks, but they're outstanding researchers. They're quick to get me back on track whenever I hit a roadblock in my own work. I was all alone on Blood Edward Island. The only person I'd ever see was Bill, and even then I only saw him once every few months. For the first time since Sayoko died 13 years ago, I'm doing research with the support team. It's been a deeply moving experience. I would not be able to do research on blood, stay in one island for 13 years. I would go insane. The day I spent researching at MJ Lab with Sayoko and Bill were the start of my life as a researcher. I still think back to those days every so often. Yeah. They started, that's where Sayoko and Richard met. And that's when they decided they wanted to start a family together. And leave this behind. At least that's how Sayoko saw it. But Bill was probably jealous, and Bill also had a bit of resentment. Both maybe for Richard stealing Sayoko, but also Bill just wanted to finish the another. That's another thing too that I think connects everyone involved with MJ Labs. Sayoko was the one who really built the another. And so many people wanted that. We're gonna see why Ryan wants it, Sophia wanted it, even though Sophia doesn't have the same backstory, same connections to Sayoko as everyone else does, and Ryan, for whatever reason. But Sayoko wants to protect the another and protect Ashley. And so she connected the two. And so and left them to each other. It's yeah. Alright. Complete. So in every instance, we've 100%ed this game. Yep. Guess we can move on.
Can we talk?
Yeah. Alright, shall we?
Ashley.
Hey, over here. Run! Let's go run!
It won't open. The security system must be acting up.
The gate in Sub-Basement 2 was the same. It's Sophia's fault.
Well, we can play the rest.
Give me just a sec, okay?
Or he could just solve it himself. Okay. So one thing I did notice is that since Ashley is the one, since Ryan's memory
open.
data is
Can you
actually
fix
flowing into the stream, and for some reason, like 5 years ago, it was 5-6 years ago,
That's
and it's the
right.
source of the pollution.
Ian was Greg's informant.
This entire thing's also severely connected to
Hey, Ian.
What is it?
Lake Juliet. I think
Do you
this
know what
progression
caused the water
story is actually
pollution?
really cool. So this is ultimately the.
Why would you ask me that?
This is ultimately
I know what caused
the
You've been talking to someone named Greg
culmination
Davis,
of
right?
Ashley
What?
saving
Come
Lake
on,
Juliet,
Ian. Tell me.
healing Lake Juliet.
Why did you talk to him? The pollution is JC Valley's fault, isn't it?
In order to heal it, we have to find the source of all the pain, and ultimately that's the pollution, which was coming from here.
You really are your father's daughter. Can't resist a mystery.
I mean, he was a
Greg
fan
was
of
just
the
as
David
much my
Shield
informant as I was his.
novels.
What?
And yeah, that
What
makes
does
sense.
that mean?
Greg did work here.
We're helping each other. We each have our own reasons. I'm a special agent for, let's call it, an investigation service.
What's someone like you
States.
doing infiltrating JC Valley?
I was investigating the research being conducted here.
There's something worth investigating here?
The federal government certainly thinks there is. JC Valley's work with human memory is garnering attention.
I'd
The
imagine
big
so.
question is if that research can be weaponized.
We already know that it kinda
We
can.
still don't have any definitive evidence.
It can get
Another.
it gave Richard false memories.
That does it.
And that is
gate's
extremely
open.
dangerous
Let's hurry to the
because like you
security
can
office.
give memories of someone that could cause a war or something, as written by Richard. Oh, God, he runs fast. I see it. It's over that way. Yeah, I wanted to see the moon. God. All right. It's a photo of Judd. He must have been a brilliant scientist.
Ah,
It's Elizabeth's dad. I guess he's the lab's top guy. This is the lab's reception desk. Getting here was a bit of a detour thanks to Sophia. Well, we know what date is. There's a calendar at the reception desk. How is summer vacation almost over already? Yeah. Yeah, she's gonna head to school in about a week or two. Also, that really did screw the timeline for me because, like, I had the impression this took place in like September or something, like during a weekend, because this game does all take place in a day. But like, yeah. So Matthew ran away from home a year ago and caused trouble, but then he ran away again this year. I guess he ran away during the summer, during summer vacations, because he wanted to find out the truth. But I don't know. How has he been? So he just steals food from the place every time? I don't know. Maybe he just like found today as the day to run away.
This is it.
Yep, that's the security room. Well, that's all it took. Security scanner for the door has been powered down. Cool. Alright. It's a good thing he's the security guy. Alright.
Dad? Are you here?
Ah, the
Empty.
pixels of death.
What the? Someone triggered a system error.
Oh man, all of this is new to
This
me.
system is supposed to be secure. Who
All
could
of this
do
was so new to me. The security system, the whole lab layout. I mean, all
Ian?
of the
Where's my dad?
lab layout wasn't that different,
I'll get
but
the system
everything
back up and
feels so new and weird.
Use the security
Guess that's what
cameras to
13
look
years
for it.
does to you. I'm glad progress. I'm so glad of progress. I was hoping to progress beyond this lab, but then I died apparently. And I now
Looks
can't
like
even
we
hug
avoided
my
a worst-case
dear
scenario.
daughter. She can hug me all she wants, but she won't be able to figure out that that's me. Unless something interesting happens.
That's him.
But
Dad.
something that I don't want happen.
Another error? There must be a hacker.
Yeah, like, yeah,
Who?
that's Sophia.
And from where? Wherever it is, they'll gain total control if I leave this station.
Then you stay here. I'll go find my dad.
No way, Ashley. It's too dangerous out there.
Really is. Like, don't send the 16-year-old out on her own.
But if we can stop Sophia in her tracks...
I mean, it's Sophia. It's not like there's some other entity here that could
Okay,
possibly be
lend me a
dangerous.
I have a plan to
It's
stop
not like
her.
we already
go
established that
rescue your
Ryan's
dad.
actually working with Sophia.
Take a look at the monitor on the right.
Do you have anything else to say? Ian restored part of the security system. It looks like it'll take a little longer for it to back up and running fully. The fact that there's like 2 people here that work in security is crazy. Start with a monitor on the right-hand side. That's on basement level 3 in the liquid memory storage area.
Dad?
Hang on, Dad, I'm coming to the rescue. You can restore part of the security system. Looks like it'll take a little longer before it's back up and running fully.
Hey,
What do we do now, Ian?
Can we talk?
The security feed is displayed on the monitor, right? First confirm Sophia's location, then lock the door to that room. How do I lock the door? Is there a button? All you have to do is tap the room on the monitor.
Got it.
Alright. Let's see. I'll see what I can do. You can view the security feeds and control all the door locks from here. But it seems the system has yet to fully recover.
wow.
Oh no, the picture's all weird.
As
As a result of the hacking.
Ashley.
I'll do what I can to block the hack. While I do that, you find and lock Sophia's door.
Yeah.
I'm on it. Locking Sophia in. The red sections are the security camera footage for each room. The blue section is the map screen. Selecting security footage with A will magnify the display. Use the security camera footage to lock Sophia in her room. Map screen. The map screen shows the layout of the chair and desk in each room. Check the security camera footage and its recording angle, then press L to select the room Sophia's in and A to lock her in. Okay. So yeah, you can basically tell which room is which, but also if you remember, Sophia's lab is room 203, which is the middle room. So yeah, she's still in her lab. Yeah. But you can tell just by the shape of the desks and the angle of which the rooms are being laid out, which one is which. So yeah. This is the map, right? All the room numbers are turned off due to the hack attempt. We'll have to look at the map and room layouts closely. The layout of the cameras and desks should help you.
Got it.
Okay, I'll give it a shot. It's this one. Yeah. We didn't want to animate Sophia going to the door and be like, "What the fuck?"
Ha! I locked Sophia in that room.
She's so satisfied.
Great job, Ashley.
Yeah. Wait.
That's one problem
Wait to
solved.
lock her in a room.
Can you
Bitch.
find my dad now?
Sure. Dr. Robbins is in liquid memory storage on floor 3BF.
Ashley, you were just there.
Hold on, Dad. I'm on my
Like,
way.
I recognize that. And I have bad memory. Aw, look at him.
I'll keep an eye on things here. Good luck.
What was that? I was so far away from you. Good. There's no one to keep an eye on Ashley. I mean, Sophia's locked up, but who knows what's gonna happen? I mean, Ryan can come up. I mean, they don't know Ryan exists, and also they don't know if there's anyone else here. But still, it's a 16-year-old girl. This guy is very pretty. And this is a very just pretty location. Lake Juliet is pretty damn big. Okay, that's just a meeting room. Oh yeah. A seminar room? This door won't open. Guess it's still locked down. Oh, you can't... Ashley, hack into it! May as well talk to Gina. Just make sure she's safe. Hey Gina, you feeling okay? I'm about to do something dangerous. Do you have something to say to me?
Be careful.
Ashley. That's not... Anyway, let's get out of here. Why did they design this place after a pizza? I'm kidding. It's just three pizzas stacked on top of each other. And goddamn, does that sound delicious right now? But I can't do that. I can't deal with that now. Hey, look! Hey, look, Sophia should be in here. This could be dangerous. I should keep my distance. Yeah, screw you. You're locked in your room. Yeah. Get timed out, motherfucker. I can't believe the run button's on the same button as... I can't actually, like, grab water while I'm doing this. We're back in the pretty water. Alright. Time to save Dad. Hey Dad, how's it going?
Dad!
Ashley?
Oh hey, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here? Are you alright? You aren't hurt?
I'm fine. What about you?
I'm fine, but Sophia got the jump on me. Now I'm handcuffed.
Yeah, just handcuffed, you know. Never say never crazy.
I'll get those handcuffs off you.
Time to save our dear Richard. Alright, you got this, Ashley. I feel like this is the same inputs, like... Come on. There we go. A lot of inputs, but not a lot of like individual codes or something. I don't know. It's thinking. Excuse me.
They're off. Thanks, Ashley, but how did you do that?
It's all thanks to the RAS.
Yeah, I think that's just.
I had no idea the RAS could do things like
Yeah,
that.
Mom left behind a really
So the RAS
nice,
is loaded up with features, huh?
nice bracelet.
Why did
for her.
Sayoko program them in?
That's an interesting
Dad.
question, isn't it?
I remembered something.
Like,
I came to this room with
Sayoko
Mom 13 years ago.
basically gave Ashley
What?
post-death
She was arguing with Judd here.
a very important gift to her
I'm pretty sure she was talking about the another.
and left it to her.
What did you say?
All this stuff about memory.
Sayoko
and
was called here by Judd that day?
all this stuff about memory.
Liquid
and the
memory is
another.
a storage medium for another.
She just left it to
Maybe
Ashley.
Judd wanted to
and I
revive the
think
another
that's-
project.
I think she trusted
he called
Ashley
Sayoko
more than
for
anyone
help?
else.
Dad,
To have
I'm glad
all this
you're all
stuff.
right.
And I'm
It's-
glad
it's-
you're alright.
Interesting the
I
sacrifice.
heard you were looking for me, so I came to the lab to find you.
She
But
basically
Sophia caught me, I
connected
escaped,
Ashley
then I
with
met up
the
with
another
Gina.
to keep them
It's-
both safe,
it's
but
been a
also
lot. I'm kind of
for
exhausted,
Ashley
to
to
be
have
honest.
Someone said I was
memory
looking
of
for you. Who?
for Ashley to have a memory
Ryan.
of herself
Ryan?
It's
it
weird though.
left to her in
Gina
case she
said
died.
she doesn't know any
'cause
Ryan.
Knowing Judd,
Did you meet this person?
it's crazy. They might have
earlier today.
that.
He's helping Sophia.
Knowing Judd,
Huh?
she'll never have.
Do you
to, like,
remember on
leave
Blood
it.
Edward Island?
She might never feel safe.
Bill sent
Is
another
he
source
also
code to someone before he
Wanted
died.
to leave it to Ashley, so Judd would never have it. So
Right.
there's a
That
connection
data
to
was
it.
sent
There's
here
a lot of
to
connections
JC
there,
Valley.
and I think Sayoko
What?
wanted to raise Ashley
Once
so
I realized
she could
this,
have her
I
own
decided to take a
judgment
job
and
here.
Have
I've been trying
be
to
her own
figure out
person
who
before
Bill
she
was
could,
working
like,
with.
be
What did you find?
so she could be mature
Just
enough
a
to
lead.
handle all the stuff.
Bill was talking to someone named Ryan.
To the another.
Really? It has to be a different Ryan, right?
I
He
know.
seems really nice.
I'm
He knew about
rambling at
Mom.
that point, but
Ryan knew
I think
Sayoko?
that
What is she
shows
after?
Sayoko's
If the another is
willingness
still somewhere at JC
to
Valley,
live on through Ashley,
Dad?
but also
What's the
her
matter?
willingness to protect
There's something I
Ashley
wanna
at-
show you.
at every cost.
What
At
is
all
it?
costs.
it's in my lab. Let's go.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's just theory, but yeah. While we're here, we do have a bio, I think. Just updates Bill's profile. He's a collaborator. It's not just with. It's more so with Bill and Sophia because well, they exist. Well, Ryan exists, but Bill and Sophia are actual people. But yeah. Bill Edward, the man who stole my mother's life 13 years ago. Bill fell off a cliff on Blood Edward Island and died, but he had already sent the another data that Dad had finished to JC Valley. Dad figured out that the person Bill was working with was Ryan. Can't believe it. Ryan had been so nice to me. I don't want to believe it. My voice is gone. But yeah, I'll continue. I'll get through this. But yeah, it's hard to parse Bill's motivations outside of wanting Ashley for wanting wanting Sayoko for himself, and also hating Sayoko for going against his wishes. So basically, like a self-misogyny sort of thing. But yeah, not treating her wishes as right, not respecting her wishes. It's honestly the same thing with Ryan. And Sophia is also part of the equation too, but she's more later on in the game. In this plot. Now we have to go all the way back. I get it. This is like a way to make sure you get everything in JC Valley before you get all of it.
Maybe.
Hold on, did Mom know this might happen? Is that why she registered my information with the RAS? She wanted you to have security clearance for this office? For this laboratory? What is the lock button? But why did she register only your information? What did she... Gotta get to Dad's office, which is right here.
They've got to be around here somewhere.
What's gotta be around here somewhere? There's a box of chocolate bars in the drawer. There are quite a few bars in there.
Dad?
Ugh, Dad, have you been using chocolate as a meal replacement again? No, Didn't Jessica tell you eating too much of this junk is bad for you? Sugar helps the brain recover and refuel after hard work. Plus, chocolate has other brain benefits. Studies have proven. No excuses. Right, alright. Dad, was this you? Oh, by the way, I think the lounge room is where that photo of everyone is taking place. I also think those are the outfits they have in the Wii version of this game. I know that's Gina's. I think that's Sophia's. That's most likely Rex's. Yeah. So yeah, this is just basically a giant reference to the original two games. Dad and his coffee. Really cool that. Hey, Dad. Can I have this cool pop? Is there just a circuit board on the floor? Something was left on the floor after that search. Guess I kinda get why Dad's room is so messy. Oh yeah, Sophia was stealing his shit. What's this supposed to be? Someone in the middle of making some sort of device? So the room is a total mess, but the trash can is clean. Got it. You can keep this clean. You should be able to keep the rest of the room clean too.
Finally, here they are.
What is it?
What's that?
Plans for a prototype Another. I found them here.
Early versions of the Another were made here?
You can tell
That's right.
Like, we've already established that he's
Your mother
most
was
likely
working here at
autistic.
JC Valley when I joined.
But yeah, this is another hint. Yeah,
She was on a top secret project with
He
Judd.
just leaves everywhere.
They were making a prototype.
This is
version of
another. This is more like ADHD, but like, yeah,
There was
he
a serious
puts
flaw.
like random.
So it was
puts stuff
shelved
in random
15
places
years ago.
and hopes.
I had
and he
no
remembers
idea.
that random place.
It was the
but
first time she'd
if
failed
it gets
as a
organized,
researcher.
like, oh fuck, where is he? Where is
After
it?
that, she reformulated her theory on Another.
And that became the research paper you two co-wrote?
That's right. Do you recall seeing this sort of device here 13 years ago?
Wait here, Ashley, okay?
Mom. I did. I saw this Another.
So it's true. Sayoko came here 13 years ago because Judd called her in. This prototype was here.
Memories
Even
do
though
start
she'd been scrapped.
only do start forming when you're 3, so she was hoping
What
that
did
these
Judd
memories would
call
stick
Sayoko
with
in for
Ashley.
that day?
They kinda
Where
didn't,
was the prototype
but at
Another
least they're
being
resurfacing
kept?
now.
I don't understand, Sayoko.
I
Dad.
can tell you. Fuck that guy. It's also prudent to think
You
that
think you're so
in order
safe
to
with
protect
me
the
locked in
Another,
here?
you had to
Naive.
protect.
Hmm?
Because you yourself
good.
What's wrong?
wouldn't have worried if she died
Someone's
because
accessing
like
top secret data.
Sayoko's, her memory of
It must be
her memories of
Sophia.
Another
I gotta stop
weren't
the
with
data
her
leak.
anymore.
I won't let her get
So,
away
yeah.
with this.
The pendant is the ultimate source of sacrifice for Sayoko. And I'm saying this all over this whole data, this intense scene of preventing data from being leaked. God damn it, her yell was louder than her slam. You can tell she's pissed.
Amazing, Dad.
All that's left is to copy the data to this disk. And delete it from the PC. That's it. The data Sophia's after is safe on this disk.
Why do you
I'm
still
glad we can
have
keep
it?
it safe.
I mean, I guess for
too.
storage purposes.
It's the source code for the Another.
Wasn't
So that's the data Bill
wasn't
sent?
most of that like
I'll keep the
deleted?
disk on me. And I'll uncover the truth behind the Another hidden in JC Valley.
Hidden in the Hidden Valley Ranch.
All right.
There's the connection.
Let's meet up with Ian and Gina. Where are they?
They should be waiting in the security office. Let's go.
All right. This door won't open. Well, we got one thing left to do. Oh hey, security camera. Imagine that. And it's turning green. Just gotta load a bit. Hey. I'm gonna gaslight you into thinking I exist.
Dr. Robbins and Ashley are heading for the exit.
You should probably go.
He copied the data onto a disk and is carrying it in his pocket.
Oh, and her eyes are bubbleless, so yeah, that's yeah, you can tell. Alright, let's get going. We gotta save the another again. We have to save the another. Oh wait, another time. Yeah. Yeah. You can't go to the seminar room. What's in there anyway? I actually don't know. I've never been in there. What do you mean you've never been in there? Dad, you've worked here for 6 months and you've never been in there? I mean, I've never had to. Alright, let's make sure everyone's safe.
I'm back.
You're exhausted?
Ashley.
Of course, it's the chocolate.
Dr. Robbins, I'm so glad you're both safe.
Are you okay, Gina?
I'm fine. I've been here with Ian.
That's good.
He told me you went to rescue your dad.
Yeah.
Dr.
It's Ashley who has to
Thank goodness.
has to fix everything.
Nicely done, Ashley.
I mean, yeah, she's the protagonist, but also like
Thank you,
she's
Gina.
also the only
Ian.
child.
Thank you for helping
Only
Ashley.
child in this group of people. Let's play patty cake. Virtual patty cake.
Where's Sophia now?
She should be in room 203.
She's not there.
One thing I've noticed
What?
about this
She's
game
gone.
is that the music is incredibly good.
Seriously, she's
Like
nowhere to be
more
found.
so like there's a lot of songs that I didn't pay attention
What?
to before
What do we do, Dad?
starting this let's play
We
for
stay
lack of a better
calm.
term.
This will all work out
So-
as long as we work together.
He's right.
Now knowing all that
Yes.
stuff,
We can do this.
it's really cool. Cause like revisiting this and knowing
So,
all the
then,
music,
what's our strategy?
revisiting this and revisiting the music is
You two
really
stay hidden here.
cool, because I'm
Keep
learning
safe.
more about some of the songs
Ashley
that
and
I
I
didn't
will
get to
head
hear.
out. We'll keep clear of
before.
Sophia.
I played this on
We'll
handheld,
take
so the
elevator
audio
to the
wasn't
surface
great.
and call for help.
So
Understood. Gina
Yeah.
and I will hunker down here.
especially the
luck,
Jay-Z
Ian.
Valley definitely has a much different
You're
feel
up for
to its
this, right,
music,
Ashley?
which enhances
Of course.
how mysterious
After
this
all,
lab
you're
feels.
lost without me.
Am I ever?
I kind of surprised myself saying that.
She's
This whole thing is so weird.
she's grown up. She's growing up.
Maybe
I
Dad
love
and I
it.
really do work well together.
Yeah,
Let's get going.
you are your mother's daughter
Right.
after all.
We'll see you soon.
In many ways, she's a lot like Sayoko. But she's also her own person, which really makes me appreciate her as a character. Let's head up to the surface. Hopefully nothing bad happens. Surely Sophia wouldn't just like come up and like try and kill us with the gun she has. Oh, there's the moon. Oh yeah, remember. Mom gave me the name Mizuki, which means beautiful moon. Right, Dad? That's right. Do you always schedule us meeting during full moons? Actually, it's just kind of a coincidence. Okay. I kind of doubt that. There's no way that these things that we're learning are only coincidentally aligned with the full moon. I wonder if what mom had to say about that.
Don't move!
It is destiny, Ashley.
Honestly, you two are more trouble than you're
I
worth.
needed you to come to
I should just
JC
shoot
Valley
the two of you and be done
during
with
the
it.
full moon. But the
I was
coincidence part is
told
just
to
I just
bring you
like the
in
moon.
unharmed.
Told by who?
Who are you working for?
There's the day's most predictable question.
Who are you working
How's
for?
this? You'll find out.
At least we're
Stay
above
put.
water this time.
Try it again, and you'll have to be dragged out of here.
Don't worry. She doesn't have...
Now give
There's
it to
only
me.
so many bullets she has.
Give what to you?
I like how Richard's
Let's
like...
not do this.
Give what, man?
I know what you have, Doctor. Hand over the source code.
How did you...
We saw through everything. And frankly, you saved me a lot of trouble. Ashley, the disc in your father's pocket. Give it to me.
What?
Do as she says, Ashley.
It's a good thing we got our stuff back from Sophia's room. She didn't notice. She put it in her in her pants pocket too. She's gonna sacrifice her demo for this. What a
I
fucking
finally have it.
what a fucking Chad.
Is it really that valuable?
Jeez.
I guess you're not one of those smart kids, huh?
Is Ashley's demo really
There
that
are
valuable?
people who would pay anything for this disc.
I'd pay
So you're just in this
anything
for money?
Ashley's songwriting.
You got a job here.
I mean, she probably
You
backed it
lied
up
to
somewhere,
everyone.
but also.
And even got engaged to Elizabeth's dad?
Yeah, Jesus, you went that far?
The amount of money that we're talking about, I'd do anything.
Elizabeth could tell who you
man
really
I
are.
don't love just for that money.
That selfish brat. You're joking.
Glass houses. And stones.
Enough of this.
I remember laughing my ass off because Claire was able to, Proton Claire was able to, was able to predict
Hand
this.
over the disc.
And that's awesome.
Come here.
She just puts the source code disc in her back pocket. I mean, it wasn't even that slick, but also. She even slammed it, like, I'll sacrifice myself for you, Richard. Like, mother like daughter. Maybe you should look at it. Oh.
What is this?
That was in your trash can, girl.
Ashley, run! Get to the elevator!
This guy has never fought a day in his life.
Hold on, Dad. I'll get help.
Go!
Oh well. I need to get that gun.
Come on. Come on, hurry up. Am I there? Huh?
So this is why
Oh
Ryan
no.
Ryan
Is it
wanted
busted?
them both alive.
Why?
That's what he wanted from Sophia. Okay.
Oh, what now?
The blue tint.
Ashley,
No,
Ashley.
it's ruining your shirt, Ashley.
That voice.
I'm waiting for you.
There's a half floor. So this is what Ryan was thinking about this entire time. So his entire motivation was to get Ashley
A
to
true
this point.
scientist would
So
analyze
thinking
the
that
situation and
everything,
see. You
so
don't
thinking that
stand
everything
a
from
chance.
relating to Ashley,
Sophia,
actually getting even saying
doesn't matter.
Ashley is
what
more
you do.
like her father.
You want to escape?
It was all culminating
Ashley's
in what's
already-
gonna be in the next episode because this
Made
is
it out.
already 2 hours
Calling the
long.
police.
sorry for the timing.
Don't worry, Doctor. I can get the data later. The Another's already powering up.
We could just get data
Ashley
from
is what
that.
he's after.
What?
I really must hurry after her.
Nice for
I
the
don't wanna
camera
miss
to
my
appear underwater.
chance.
You're gonna choke him
Farewell,
out.
Dr. Robbins.
Just shoot him. You have the upper hand. Just shoot him. Hey, Rex. Finally being a good... Not a great dad, but decent friend, I guess.
Rex?
Sacrificing his award to save his friend.
Sophia, how could you?
I trusted you. You don't have the greatest
Thanks.
judgment when it comes
Thank
to women.
you, Richard.
Do you, Rex Alfred?
You did well to keep the data safe. I'll leave Sophia to you, Ian.
On it.
Rex,
Oh,
someone
okay.
was helping Sophia.
Well, it's a good thing.
What?
Gina and
Someone
Ian
named Ryan.
didn't bother to do any.
He's the
until
one
last
who told
moment.
Ashley to come here.
Until they were. I guess they didn't
Did you say
realize.
Ryan?
Sophia said he's going after Ashley. He's going to use the prototype another. He'll get all the data.
That can't be.
That's impossible.
I think I know what Sophia is after.
You know what's going on? If you do, just tell me already. Why did Sayoko bring Ashley here 13 years ago? Why did she meet with Judd?
The truth lies in the pendant Ashley wears.
And as I've already been establishing in in the Uncut commentary, we know what that is. I don't remember it looking like this at all. Oh, I do remember this, and I don't want to remember this. Yep, yeah, I remember this part. The part where I lost my memories. I lost the memories of the moment I lost my memories. It's so fucked up, Ashley. This is what caused Sayoko's pain that Ashley saw in her final moments.
You've remembered, haven't you? That day with your mother.
This has caused pain to
Ryan.
all 3 members of the Robbins family. Just to establish that it didn't just
I've been waiting,
hurt
Ashley.
Richard and Ashley in the first game.
For
it
you
also
and the
hurt-
DAS.
Hurt her mother.
You can't trick me anymore.
And it's going to cause
You're
him
working
further
with
pain
Sophia.
because of what Ryan's about to do.
And you were working with Bill, too.
Working with them? No. You're mistaken.
They were just pawns.
I needed them only briefly to fulfill my goals.
But also, they had their
They
own.
were mere tools.
They were
Easily
also. They
manipulated.
also had their own
That's
agendas.
a terrible way to treat people.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? What do you hope to accomplish by calling me here? Don't just stand there. Answer me.
Please try to relax.
You can't
Heightened
Jedi
emotions
mind
will cause your
trick her.
brain undue stress.
I guess you can because you are.
And your feelings are not
manipulating her.
necessary.
With the
in order
power
to
of
use
the another.
You're not making any sense.
That just won't do, Ashley.
Ashley.
Look into my eyes.
Ashley, don't look into her eyes. Baby, don't look at her eyes. Don't look at his eyes. Oh no. Ashley, what are you doing? Ashley, don't put put the pendant in
Allow
her.
me to introduce you.
Ashley, don't activate the another.
To Sayoko.
Ashley. Oh, god damn it. Ryan, I love you, sweetie, but you shouldn't be doing this to my daughter. Well, a lot has happened, but well, this is the final act. Everything that has happened, that has transpired, everything that involves Ashley, and even Lake Juliet, we'll finally have all the answers. Anyways, as always, thank you so much for watching, whether you are watching in the future, or whether you're watching as soon as this is uploaded, or however long in the future, months, years. Know that you're supporting me, not just as a YouTube video maker, but as a person who wants to share a part of her. And yeah. Take care.